Are you familiar with that chest constriction that happens during anxious moments? Those relentless thoughts that keep you awake all night? That perpetual concern for the future that robs your present? Suppose I share with you that three basic words possess the ability to erase anxiety immediately when it emerges? This expression proves so potent that neuroscientists analyze its cerebral influence, yielding results that will forever alter your stress handling methods. Yet before disclosing these words, I must ask you to take action at this moment. Click to subscribe and activate notification settings, since what comes next might be what stands between constant stress and genuine serenity. Utilizing gathered studies from international educational institutions and official public health resources, this content was designed to present contemporary information expressly for the 60-plus demographic. Now, let me ask you something honest. How many of your days have been dedicated to fretting over circumstances that never came to pass? What count of lovely occasions have you failed to notice because your awareness was confined to either tomorrow's fantasies or yesterday's pain? The reality stands that anxiety cannot exist in the now. It can't. Anxiety is always about what might happen or what already happened. It nourishes itself from moments that don't exist in this instant. And here's where everything changes. The phrase that destroys anxiety is simply this: I am here now. Simply 3 words, 9 letters, immeasurable force. Upon uttering these words with authentic mindfulness, something amazing takes place in your mind. Functional MRI research reveals that mindful presence promptly diminishes activity in the amygdala, our fear processing center, while at the same time enhancing prefrontal cortex activity, the region managing rational cognition and emotional balance. Yet this transcends simple brain biochemistry. This means rescuing your life from a rule of illusory threats. Give this some thought. Right at this second, are you doing okay? Not in future days, not upcoming weeks, not within those early morning mental constructions. At this instant, the response is nearly always affirmative. At this moment, you're taking breaths. At this moment, you're secure. At this instant, you possess all that's required to exist fully in the now. The bulk of people over 60 possess years of compiled stressful thoughts. We've seen enough to recognize that adverse situations can arise. We've experienced loss, disappointment, health challenges. Because of what we've been through, our awareness becomes heightened, always looking for the next risk. This phenomenon is known among psychologists as anticipatory anxiety, and it's utterly depleting. It resembles racing in a marathon without moving. Your biological system can't tell apart real peril from those existing only in thought. When anxious about tomorrow's doctor appointment, your heart pounds faster, blood pressure goes up, stress hormones inundate your body, exactly as if danger were present now. This ongoing stress not only feels awful, it actually speeds up aging processes and compromises your immune defenses. Here's something powerful that Harvard researchers discovered. When people habitually practice being present, their bodies secrete less cortisol, the primary stress hormone, and more DDA, typically called the youth-preserving molecule. Simply by guiding your attention to this moment, you're literally deciding on health rather than disease, peace rather than upheaval. I want to share a tale that captures this ideally. Robert, a man of 72, passed his days overwhelmed with anxiety regarding his heart problems. Each dawn he began by checking his heart rate, observing every feeling. Convinced each day could be his final, his wife witnessed him retreating into this worry cage until one day, while seated in his garden, a butterfly settling on a close flower captured his notice. For just a few seconds, his mind went completely quiet. His heart wasn't concerning him. The next day wasn't on his mind. He was just watching this butterfly, present in that moment. And in that second, he recognized something important. His anxiety wasn't guarding him. It was obstructing his ability to live. From that point forward, whenever stress appeared, He will remind himself, I am here now, and orient his focus to something in his present space, a noise, a bodily feeling, his respiratory rhythm. With time, this basic technique changed his existence more profoundly than any drug had. At this point, I'd like you to stop this video briefly, just 5 seconds, and attempt this personally. Say the phrase out loud, I am here now. Notice your body's contact with the chair. Observe the sensation of air on your skin. Listen to the sounds in your environment. See how fast your stress lessens when you truly come into the present. This isn't wishful thinking or refusing reality. This is something considerably more forceful. It's the truth of now. The present instant is the single moment that actually is. Everything else is memory or imagination. When you grasp this thoroughly, not just conceptually but through living it, anxiety's control over you dissolves. You understand you've been distressed about things that literally have no current reality. And before advancing further, I'm asking for your help in spreading this word. Post a comment with the digit 1 if this resonates with you, or 0 if you're doubtful. Your involvement helps this video get to others who desperately require these insights. At this point, let's explore how to employ this phrase successfully, especially when anxiety intensifies. The critical aspect isn't utilizing it as an implement against anxiety, trying to drive anxiety out. Rather, use it as a centering tool, a tender nudge to come back to this moment. When you notice anxiety rising, pause. Inhale slowly. Pronounce I am here now, either verbally or silently. Then bring your senses into play. What meets your eyes? What can you hear? What do you physically sense? This uncomplicated practice stops the anxiety cycle before it intensifies. Brain research shows that complete presence and complete anxiety cannot coexist. These states are contradictory. Presence erases anxiety the way light erases darkness, not by fighting, but just by being. For those beyond 60 years, this technique proves particularly beneficial, since we frequently bear not only present concerns, but also gathered anxiety from decades of difficulties. We could fret about wellness, monetary concerns, our offspring or their children, or becoming dependent. These are true concerns, but worrying over them creates no answers. It merely blocks us from treasuring the good experiences still present. Action provides solutions. Being present delivers peace. Worry provides neither. Here's the transformative power of this phrase. It acts immediately, demands no payment, creates no unwanted effects, and functions anywhere, whenever. So this is your challenge. Each instance you notice anxiety surfacing, apply the phrase, I am here now. Speak it with consciousness. Reconnect with your senses. And this is what I'm asking you to do immediately.